You could say I've missed the hype train for Fallout 4, but let's face it, it's gonna be a thing in our lives for at least another 2 years. So technically, it's still quite early in that lifespan for getting a video out. Want to keep in the know on how to survive in the wastelands? Stay tuned to A Guy's Got a Week to find out how. These are the ingredients and these are the tools that you will need. If that was too fast for you, they are in the description. As always, we'll do what will take the longest first, so we're grabbing our mince. So we want to get that straight in the oven, which we're going to preheat to 200 degrees Celsius. Usually we would use an egg for the binding agents of our mince, 1 egg per kg of mince. But since we are using sauces, barbecue sauce and mustard, and these sauces are incredibly sticky, they will be acting as our binding agent. Once it's all in there, guys, just get in there with your hands and start mixing it all up, because you want a nice even distribution for all your sauces. Once you have your mince all mixed up, what you want to do is grab your parchment paper. What you want to do is grab your tin foil and start wrapping your mince in the tin foil. What this is going to do is allow the heat to distribute all the way around the mince, and also will allow our mince to hold the general body shape that we want it to. So just one last time, start fingering your meat into the shape that you want it to be, and then just wrap it up tight. Now chuck it in our oven at 200 degrees for 40 minutes. While that's doing its thing, grab another 100 grams of beef. We won't need to be mixing any flavours in it, since this will just be more for show. But what we can do is just chuck that next, or even on top of our tin foil paper, since it's not such a large construction. And we just whack it in there with our other mince that's cooking. Except we're only going to try and cook this one for 20 minutes and then check on it. That's the hard part of our dish is done. The rest of it, we're just going to be working around that stuff. So we'll come back to you guys once everything's cooked and we can show you what we got. Some people wonder what I do in the sometimes hour-long breaks between making the food and cooking the food. I actually just make coffee after coffee after coffee until eventually the food's ready. Quite literally all I do. It's been our designated amount of time, so now we're going to start pulling everything out and seeing how it's going to look. Guys, you know the deal. We degrease everything because that grease just ain't good for you. A good way to see if your meat is fully cooked all the way to the center is to grab a fork, stab it, and leave it in there for 10 seconds. Take it out and put it on the back of your hand. If it's warm and slightly burning, that means it is cooked to the center and you can pull it out. If you can leave it comfortably on the back of your hand, that means your meat isn't fully cooked yet and you need to leave it to cook for a bit longer. So we have the start of our structure. Now we're going to start building it all together. So this is Fallout 4 themed. So what are we making? We're making a radioactive cockroach. Sorry if that grosses you out, guys, but that's Fallout 4 for you. Now how we're going to construct this whole thing, we're going to grab our knife and just try and cut down the center slightly, just so we've made a little hole in the center of it. Grab our crunchy taco shell, try and break it down the center as much as you can. What we're going to do is just grab a little bit of cheese. Since our meat is still hot and boiling, before I open our meat, get the cheese in there as much as you can. This is going to help everything stick together and just sort of stay. Now you just grab your taco shells, chuck it where you made the incision. That's going to act as wings. And it's also going to give that crunch sound that we all know and love from the Fallout series. What would something be without a little bit of blood? So we're just going to grab some tomato sauce and chuck and carefully place it underneath the wings, so that when we do cut into it, there is a little bit of spillage. What you can do also is just pour a little bit into the crevice that you made before, and then just lightly layer some on the outside. And look at that, you've already got some blood spilling from our victim. And what you can do, you can use a couple bits of cheese grate or whatever you want as eyes for your cockroach. But here we have it, Here we have it, guys. Fallout 4 themed cockroach. Wings, body, eyes, head, blood, the whole shebang. What more could you ask for? Except me to dig into it. I knew you guys would ask for that. Gonna have blood spilling as we do that. Tastes like I'm gonna survive in the wasteland.
Just pop them, we got some. Assume you know what to do from this point. It's cooked. Layer of white chocolate topping with cheese fries, Jack Daniels, beef patty. We are in bed this time.
So guys, what do you think? Are you going to try this at home? Are you going to prove you can survive in the wasteland? Let me know in the comments. Give it a like if you liked, give it a dislike if you dislike. Please don't though, I'm incredibly sensitive and will cry myself to sleep if I get one dislike. But this is a guy from a band signing off.